there's something I'd like to talk about today regarding yesterday's Zumba event. I want to address something very deepful, and hopefully, this will be a life lesson for all of you. Um, yesterday's Zumba event at the Cecilia Community Center with Irene and Ron Antonio. Um, when there's something I want to talk about, when somebody is like very big, whether you're a wrestler, a musician, um, a sports athlete, or any other, you be mindful amongst your peers and you show respect. Um, and this was one of the most remark I ever heard. And when Ron, and here's what happened, and I have it on recording. I have it recorded. I'm gonna post it up this week, so you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna talk about it here. Um, when Ron Antonio arrived yesterday at for the show, when Ron Antonio was saying he was introducing himself and he was talking about um, Montreal. He was talking about Montreal. And he was talking about Vancouver, and then I said to I said to Ron, nice to see you again. And then when Ron Antonio said, hey Vinny, nice to see you again. How are you? I said, good, my guy. How are you? Okay. After that, it was embarrassing. After that, this ignorant person from Scarborough, okay, had the audacity to tell Ron Antonio to take off his sunglasses, and you don't do that. You don't do that. You keep your mouth shut. You don't tell somebody to take off your glasses. Who do you think you are? I looked at Ron Antonio. His smile was, he was embarrassed. He was embarrassed, and the way Team Scarborough is behaving, I came to represent Team Zumba Mississauga at Seafood City. I came to represent, I came for the right reasons. But the fact is, this lady had the audacity. After what Ron Antonio was done talking to me, this lady had the audacity to tell Ron Antonio to take off your sunglasses. Can you please take off your sunglasses? You know what? I'm not going to work with Scarborough. I'm not going to work with Team Scarborough. After I'm still gonna take like other Zumba opportunities. I'm still gonna go like to the other events with Master Irene, but I would not associate myself with Team Scarborough because their behavior, the way they behaved was so ignorant. I'm sorry, but you know what? The days when we were at Battle Arts, I'm so blessed to have somebody like Santino Morella, Anthony Corelli, to teach us how to be mindful amongst your peers and represent and be a team leader. Represent your peers. I'm glad he taught us how to be like that. Because you're gonna tell someone like Ron Antonio to take off your sunglasses. That is one of the most embarrassing moments of all. After when he said hi to me, and this is what I want to address. Um, this was not uncalled for, and it is very, very disrespectful. Because you know what? I waited for something like this for a month. Okay, the poor guy, Ron Antonio, just came back. He had a long tour. Okay, um, he went to Montreal, and then he went to Winnipeg, and then he went to Edmonton, and he went to Edmonton. Then he came here. Okay, and now he's making his last trip to um, Vancouver in British Columbia, and I hope you know, I Team Scarborough needs to smarten up. Like Scarborough, Team Scarborough needs to smarten up because you know what? After seeing that, because I had the video on my gallery, and it bothered me because you know what? I can understand where Ron's coming from because when we were at Battle Arts, when I was at Battle Arts, Santino or I can't Anthony. Sorry, dude. If you're seeing this, my bad, dude. Anthony Corelli always used to teach us the right ways of how to be mindful amongst your peers, not to be a mark, and all that. This lady is one. Okay, Ron Antonio put his hard work and dedication to this. Okay, he's been in the industry since the 90s, and also he's also a Zoom instructor. When Ron first came here, I was humble, very respectful towards him. He became my mentor. He's my mentor. Now he's my global mentor. I've been supporting him since he was here, alongside with Jess. And I'm not gonna put it on Irene, but Irene, if you're seeing this, I love you so much. You gotta teach your team how to be very respectful amongst their peers. Because you know what? That was embarrassing. I'm sorry. That was the most embarrassing moment ever. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna have Ron's back. I'm sorry. This bothered me. Not it was embarrassing because you know what? I've been in the game. I've been in the game. I know where he's coming from. And this is why I'm here to address it. Um, you are we're here. He's up there. Well, he's up there, but the attitude and character of this person who did that to Ron Antonio, shame on you. Because you know what? That's a slap in the face. Because you know what? That Team Mississauga isn't like that. Okay? We know how to respect peers, and um, and I felt so bad for Ron. If and it's a blessing in disguise that my sweet Jess, my best friend's my sweet friend Jess, was home on Sunday. She was supposed to come and sing her angle, to do her angle. It's like something told her to stay home. It's like, it's like God's telling you something. But even though she was like, I pray, Jess, if you're seeing this, I pray you feel better. Um, and I felt her presence with me. If she was there when that lady told Ron Antonio to take off your sunglasses, you keep your, she would have went off. I know her very well. She's a sweet little teddy bear. What? Oh my god! Like I'm still gonna be part of the Zumba. I'm not gonna quit Zumba. This is like, you know, right? I'm getting along with my team. Our team is like a family, so like I don't have to worry about that because Team Mississauga, we know how to behave and know how to respect our peers and stuff like that. But for Team Scarborough to do that, it was embarrassing, embarrassing, very embarrassing. And their attitudes needs to go down here, go down here, and be mindful amongst your peers. You're a bunch of marks. A mark telling Ron Antonio to take off your sunglasses. And I looked. If you look at the video, I'm gonna post it this week. If when I actually when I post it this week on here, you're gonna see. I'm gonna say I told you so. And because when he was at the Pinoy Fiesta, very different because we were outside. Nobody said anything like that. But at the Cecile Community Center, um, I when I said, "Hey, that's disrespectful. You don't do that." That's true. You don't do that. Um, Hopefully this gets resolved because I will have to say something about that because you know what? I've been in training. I've been back in the days we were trained and we were taught this how to be mindful amongst your peers. And hopefully this won't happen again because I don't want to work with people like that. Especially I'm representing my home. Mississauga's our home. Okay. You don't disrespect my home. You don't disrespect Ron Antonio because he's a personal friend of mine and my mentor. Okay? And for that, you don't deserve my respect. I'm sorry. The character and attitude of this person who said that to Ron Antonio, I'm sorry, I have no respect for you whatsoever. Like I'll still go for the. I'm still gonna go for any other Zumba event. I'm still gonna go represent. I do what I gotta do. I'm still gonna meet people, but that I'm sorry, that doesn't cut it with me. That doesn't cut it. It's like you're gonna tell. For example, it's like you're gonna tell. Let me give you an example. It's like you're gonna tell the Undertaker to take off his sunglasses. Are you fucking crazy? That's why I wanted to address it on here. And I'm 32 years old. I know what's right and wrong. You keep your mouth shut. See, this is why I'm blessed to have Anthony Corelli in my life during the days when I was at Battle Arts because you know what? I took everything he taught me, including the boys at wrestling school at Battle Arts. He's right because I took everything he taught me and brought it to Zumba. Because Zumba reminds me the days when I was at Battle Arts. It reminds me I was back in Corelli's class. It's like we were going to war again. And what he said is true. And Corelli, if you're seeing this, I'm using you as an example because you're like one of my best. You're like you're still my mentor, my best friend, my partner in crime. I'm just explaining about what happened at the Zumba event and how it went down. Especially if you're seeing this, there's a video I'm gonna show um about that moment there. And so I'm blessed that I have someone like that to teach us how to be mindful amongst your peers. It's like when the guys used to come down to the gym for WWE. Be mindful amongst your peers. Don't be a mark. I'm very like I had fun. Like don't get me wrong, I had fun, but that moment there, and I was observing the behavior of Team Scarborough. It wasn't Mississauga because there was like me, G, and this other lady from Brampton. Mississauga doesn't act like that when we're at Seafood City. We don't act like that. And here's this, guys. Remember where you came from. You guys came from back home, Philippines. Always remember where you came from. Cause you know what? You gotta come down here. Ron Antonio's here. He's here. You guys need to lower yourself and be humble. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna work with you guys. I'm not gonna work with Scarborough. I'm sorry. That's the most embarrassing moment ever. I have it on recording. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna at the end of the day, I'm having I'm representing home Mississauga and I have Ron Antonio's back and I have Jess's back. Because you, the instructor, should be teaching your students how to be humble, be mindful amongst your peers, and don't act like marks. You don't. I saw the video where she said, "Please, you just keep your mouth shut." When she said, "Please take off your sunglasses," you don't. You just keep your mouth shut. Just keep your mouth shut. That's why I want to come here live and talk about this. Yeah, I'm still gonna like. No matter where you go, always come down here. Because these people are up here. He's here, but he lowered himself. But this person was here, and she made him look like this. Hmm. Like I had fun. Best experience ever. hopefully this something like this doesn't happen again. Because I don't want to work with Scarborough. Like I'll still go for the like. Are there any other Zumba event? I'll still go do what I have to do to build up the community. But I'm not gonna work with somebody like I'm not gonna work with somebody like that. No, 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 no. And that's where I draw the line. So today I'm gonna be posting from the thing, and I will drop that video to prove a point. And I'm not gonna take that video down. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it. That was a moment there, and this lady had the audacity to do that. And I'm sorry, the behavior of Scarborough is very disgusting. They need how to be humble. They need to be mindful amongst their peers. I know that Master Irene was had a lot yesterday, but you know what? You need to teach your students how to be humble. I'm sorry to say this, but you need to teach your students how to be humble, especially to someone like Ron Antonio or anybody. Be mindful amongst your peers. Be mindful because you know what? I do take this serious. This is a serious matter because you know what? I've been in training for about, well, would have been 7 years, like 6, 7 years. Okay. Like, and this is what I was taught. And I took everything what Anthony taught me and brought it to Zumba. That's why when I go into Zumba class, I get flashbacks of back in the days. And look where I am now. I remember where I came from. It's been 17 minutes when I had to come in and address this. Like I said, there are lives, something like that, where I had to come and address. It bothered me a bit. It bothered me. But now I feel better now. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm not swearing or calling anyone names, but this is the truth. Um, I, I am gonna, you know, somebody's telling you to take off your sunglasses. That's embarrassing. Where in the right mind do you see that? I come all this way from Mississauga to represent the family, our home, and also our good my sweet Jess. She wasn't feeling good because the poor lady. I feel so. My heart goes out to her, and I was thinking, and her spirit was there with me yesterday when she was supposed to come to the event yesterday. The poor thing, when she came back from Manitoba, she got sick. She didn't heal her body properly. It's okay because I was the same way too when I got sick. So I understand where she was coming from. But it was a blessing in disguise that she was not there to see that. And it was embarrassing. And in a way, I'm glad she did not go to it. It's like a blessing in disguise, like God's telling you something. I'm okay. This is why I'm talking like this. Um, but the rest of the show was good. Best experience ever. Some of the people were very nice, but well, actually only three. The one from Brampton, Evelyn, G from Mississauga, and that's it. That's it. I had fun, but something like that needs to be addressed. That needs to be talked about because who knows when this the next time this is gonna happen. And I will not work with Scarborough. I'm sorry to say this. I will not work with Scarborough. After I saw the behavior of these people, I will not work with Scarborough. Like I'll like go for other like I'm still gonna go to these Zumba events, like special Zumba events. I'll meet other teams from different cities, but I will not. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be associated with Scarborough. At the end of the day, I do too have to protect myself, my image and reputation because get this, I'm also a vlogger, guys. At the end of the day, I'm also a vlogger and I'm also part of the dance music community and I'm giving back to the community, and they're seeing this, and they're gonna tell me, Vinny, what do you think's gonna happen? Goes both ways, guys. I'm humble too. See, Ron gave me advice before the day of, actually before the show, the event actually started. Ron Antonio gave me the best advice. He's like, Vinny, always stay loyal to your Zoom instructor. Never become a Zoom instructor. Always stay loyal to your Zoom instructor and be humble. I'm like, yes, Ron. And him and I have a good relationship now. He's my mentor. He reminds me of Don. He does. He does. But the younger version of him. And this is a shoot conversation, by the way. I'm in a calm mood. I'm not mad. I just want to address this because it bothered me. Because, you know, drinking my iced coffee. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm actually very calm today. That's why I wanted to come on my live before I start posting. And if you do see the video, ask questions about that. I'm giving you a heads up about the video. It will be going up. I'm going to say it in a good professional way. So this will be a life lesson learned. Ron, can you please take off your glasses? Oh my god. He's not an alien. He's not an alien. I know what he looks like. On that note, I'm gonna be ending it off here. Um, let that be a lesson. Before I cut this live off, let that be a lesson. Always be mindful amongst your peers. If you're up here, be on the same level. Be on the same level. Okay? Don't go up here. Well, he is. No, that doesn't work that way. Be in the same level. Be humble. Be mindful amongst your peers. Number two, at the end of the day, God is watching you. Be fearful of that. On that note, thanks for tuning in. This is Vinny Michael, dance music kid Vinny Michael. I hope everybody has a good morning. I'm gonna be posting today from the event. Um, if there's any questions, please let me know. You can follow me up on my social media, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Because anybody that's new to my channel, anybody that's new here, please subscribe to my channel. There's gonna be more lives like this on one of these days where I am gonna come live and address some stuff the proper way and more respectful. And yeah. So, anyways, have a great morning, everybody, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. Just remember, be mindful amongst your peers. Don't be a mark.